Michole Kemp presents Behind Series.
My name is Reed, from Gwinnett County, man, Northside. Went to Georgia State. I'm an artist, painter. Do a little bit of everything. If you can do it with paint, I'm probably trying to do it. Man, I got started drawing, man, I was probably like 4 or 5. I used to just draw like my favorite cartoons growing up. I just sit there and like print off things off the computer and sit there and draw them for like hours. It started off as that, drawing other people's characters, and then as time went on, that got boring to me fairly quickly, and I went and expanded. I learned how to draw my own characters and just kind of took off from there. I started painting much later in life. My illustration was actually where my background is in, Like I started off illustrating, and that, was cool, but even still that, I didn't feel like I was getting the creative expression that I was looking for. So took that a step further, started doing it with paint, man, and just kind of took off. And here we are now. I had just started painting again. I started painting in college, and I was frustrated because I didn't feel like my paintings were turning out as good as my illustrations. So I kind of relaxed a little bit, kind of fell off painting, kept growing as an artist, kept drawing, kept illustrating, kept learning colors, color theory, shadowing, highlights, things of that nature. When we decided to go on tour, we realized that if we were gonna go out of town and try to get people to come out to events, that we had to have something for them to want to stay around for. So I guess we decided that I would live paint in every city. So we did a 13-city tour. I live painted in every city from Atlanta to Philly to Toronto. If it wasn't for that blow dryer, I'd spend the rest of my life waiting on paint to dry. And if any artists see this, man, just go get a blow dryer. It does not affect the paint at all, I promise you. So this piece right here, when I was doing this, really what came to mind, man, like, I definitely wanted to convey people having a session, man, because I think it's such a mellow thing to do, and it's something that, honestly, I find myself doing 5-6 times a day. So, it's something that's definitely familiar to me, but in the context of Black people specifically, man, the barbershop is such a major cornerstone in our community, So like, when I thought of just what would be a classic piece, man, I tried to combine as many different elements as I could. I paint mad jackets, man. Like, I got a client getting this one done right here. They're getting a 3-part set, actually. So they're getting this one, they're getting this one done, and then they're getting the one that I was just working on right here. Still gotta finish this, but they're getting that done. Got the classic Boondocks, scene. It's actually my jacket, I got this one that's in progress right now for a client. I gotta finish that. She's a Delta, so. Man, like, this is a series that I'm working on right now that I gotta finish. It's called Black Superheroes. There's actually a third one. Matter of fact, I'm about to grab that real quick. It's right here. So this is the third piece in the collection. So this one right here, man, I had the idea to do, originally what I was gonna do was have him all the way black and gray. And then I was gonna have the entire background be in color. And then about halfway through it, I realized that it would be a lot doper if I could figure out how to get it to look like, it was coming down, like make it a dripping effect, and have the black and gray coming down into the color. And it was something that I felt like I had never seen done before. It's even a piece that I feel like, for me, I haven't done another piece like this because I'm still trying to figure out how I did it the first time. Boondocks. Like, this is one I probably, like, ideally, I wouldn't even try to sell. This piece is for Gunner. I gotta get this to him eventually. I don't know when I'm gonna talk to him, but I'm gonna get him this piece eventually. I did this especially for him, custom order for your boy. So we're gonna get that to him. Dope. And I love the rain effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to paint somebody running in the rain. You know what I mean? Like, so I definitely had to study a lot of different pictures to figure this out. Trial and error, had to figure some things out, but I love the way it came out. My goal with a painting is when I look back to be able to say there's nothing I would have done differently. And on these two in particular, like the black and gray pieces, I definitely feel like that's the case. When freestyling is something that I take pride in, it's something that I do well, so it worked out, man. And after that, you know, I came back with a different hunger, a different appreciation for painting, and you know, I definitely say that's when it all started to come together for me. Probably like the last 5 years, I've been trying to figure out the best way to describe my style, and I gotta give him the credit. Khalid, if you see this, you definitely called it. Urban anime is probably the best way I would describe it. Boondocks was a huge influence on my style growing up. It was really the first time, like, I grew up a huge fan of anime already. You know, I grew up watching just about any anime you could think of. So when I saw Boondocks, it was really my first time seeing black people portrayed as anime characters. And that, you know what I'm saying, sparked something in my mind. It opened up a different, you know what I'm saying, realm. Like, it showed me a different possibility that you could still do anime, traditional anime, and keep black people looking the same. Because traditional anime, if you study it, it's a little different. You know, there's certain things, they don't really have lips. You know, their noses are normally just like a line or something like that. Black people have predominant noses and lips, so it's like being able to combine the two was something that blew my mind. Painted on Melrose at a art gallery out there, man. Got a really positive reception. Got to do work with Pat's Blue Ribbon. They sponsored it, you know what I'm saying? They had me out to do that. It was real dope. We actually threw an art show out there, and you know what I'm saying, they sponsored the event. And they had me do a live painting for them. My first art show was last year, my first solo show, Actuality Illustrated. I did that in January. That was a crazy night. Like, that was the first time I ever made that much money, like, legally. But like, to be able to do that from art was like, it was crazy because, you know what I'm saying, like, all the things leading up to that, all the months and, you know what I mean, the late nights and all the money spent on canvases and the venue and things of that nature, to see it all made back in a night and then some, you know what I'm saying, like, it definitely boosted my confidence to a different level. So I say that's definitely number two. I'd probably say out of New York, man, doing Back Gallery was dope. Like, the first time I got to do a show out of New York was, I think it was probably like 2 years ago. Did a show out of Manhattan. My man Marcus, he throws shows out there, and it was dope. We got a chance to see, like, all my homies came out, you know what I'm saying? Like, my homies from Connecticut came out, my homies from Philly came out, my homies from Atlanta came out, so it was really dope to have them there, for sure. Have that kind of support. Brooklyn, not even Brooklyn, Manhattan definitely showed love. Like, that was probably the biggest show I've been in, as far as people, traffic, like, interaction, networking. Like, New York just has a whole different energy to art shows, so I definitely say that was one of my favorite ones.
Michole Kemp presents Behind Series.